everybody. Welcome to Jamestown Jobs. I'm Emily Bivens with the Jamestown Area Chamber of Commerce, and we're here today at the Jamestown Regional Medical Center to see what it's like to be an environmental service technician. Let's go. Hi, I'm Emily with the Chamber.
Hi, I'm Casey. I'm Facilities at JRMC.
Awesome. What are we doing today?
Well, we're going to go over how we clean a hospital and what that looks like.
All right, let's go.
We're going to start at your EVS closet.
EVS. What does EVS stand for?
EVS is Environmental Services. The reason we don't call it housekeeping is because it's more in depth than cleaning a hotel room.
Sure.
Obviously, we have infectious control and things like that.
Sure.
So, but all that comes with training and education, right?
Gotcha.
So we have our EVS closets where we have our carts in with everything you need on it, right?
All the supplies.
And all of our supplies.
So a typical day,
So the
someone
way
comes
we
get their
work-
cart and...
Yep.
Yeah.
So the way we work is each full-time person gets a department, which they get to own, and it's their baby. They take care of. That's your normal Monday through Friday, right? And you just own it. You're responsible to take care of everything on it. You
Sure.
obviously are trained. You have your checklists that you do.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is it's yours.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
we found that really seems to help.
Yeah,
with
when you know
ownership
exactly
and
where
you
everything
know
is and sure. What part of the hospital are we in right now?
So right now we are in the surgery center. This is
Okay.
where people start and get prepped for their surgery.
Okay.
Then they go back to our rooms, and then they work their way back to their room to recuperate, come out of anesthesia before they get to go home.
Okay.
Right? So these rooms are pretty small. They're pretty easy to clean. You kind of go through them pretty quick.
So what are the main
So
things you need to do?
So obviously we wear latex gloves right away. Our job as EVS techs is to really disinfect because our nurses clean the rooms in between each patient, right?
Okay.
So every 24 hours, everything gets 100% disinfected. We use that by using the chemical. So we work our way around in a clockwise position, hitting all of our high touch surfaces like your light switches and your sinks, faucets, and your cell phones, and work our way around through the room to make sure we hit everything, and then clean the floors and work our way back out of the room. You know, there's lots of different things in each department, like we haul the linen down.
Okay.
Right, we take out the garbages in each room. There's lots of stuff little things that we do for the entire thing. Then we obviously clean the hallway here, the commons area, things like that. We do have a floor care person that does clean every day for the hallways.
All they do is floors?
Yep, all they do is floors. So, so it's not that you have every little thing in the entire department. It's broke up a little bit, and everything, like I say, we try to focus on making sure that you have about 6.5 hours worth of consistent work in an 8-hour period, so you have the rest of the time to deep clean things, that you don't necessarily have to do every single day.
Sure. So you said hallways and stuff. Are you wiping down all these railings?
Yep. So every couple days you would wipe down the railings and the high touch surfaces in the commons areas. You just don't have to mop the halls and the main things, because we do have obviously better equipment that you get a ride to do that. That's our fourth.
You don't have a robot that does that for you? Don't they have those?
They have robots. We have some. Yep, we do. We have Roombas around too that help with that. But that helps us stay on top of things, so we don't have to get to some of that stuff every single day.
So Casey, I've noticed these lights outside all the rooms. What are those for?
So anytime a patient gets to go home, right, they're out of here.
Yeah.
This is our indication for our EVS team that one's been discharged, and we need to do a terminal clean is what we call it, or a discharge clean in here. So that's when we really get deep clean these rooms. If the patient's still in there, obviously we go in every day and clean as best as we can with the patient, but these are the ones where the patient has gotten to go home and we have to go and really get in there. So it usually takes about 45 minutes to clean a room up here on second floor for the PCU rooms. So
she's wiping down everything.
Yep. So she works her way, just like we've seen in a surgery center room. She works her way around, whether it's left to right or right to left, hitting all the high touch surfaces, getting the bed real clean, and just working her way around and taking care of everything. Normally the nurses come in ahead of time and help strip the room, right? So what that means is they'll help take out garbage, they'll help pull the laundry off of the bed and whatnot. So so really she has to come in here and really get down and dirty and clean that kind of stuff. Yep. But the main things, all that medication and everything gets taken out ahead of time before EVS comes in.
Gotcha. Casey, obviously you guys are kind of in the background in this role, but do you want to talk a little bit about the importance of this role to the hospital as a whole?
Yes, so the hospital as a whole, obviously we always talk about, you think about doctors and nurses saving lives.
Yeah.
And really the big thing we really try to drive home to our EVS and laundry staff is how they fit into the whole realm of things, right? And so they talk about breaking the chain of infectious control, right? That's what we do. We call ourselves the chain breakers, right?
Gotcha.
And so our job is to disinfect, like we talked about before, and that is what's saving lives, right? So if you come in and you have a big wound on your leg, if we haven't cleaned the room properly, and that wound gets worse, more infected and more exposed, we can cause things to go worse. So us making sure that you have a good, clean, sterilized room to come into, that's our part in saving lives, right? And really being part of the whole team. Because if we don't do our job properly, whether it's in family birthplace or in the OR room, they really can't have a good opportunity to do the surgery and save lives themselves.
Right, you guys are involved in all of that.
Yep, it all starts. So if we don't do our job, they can't do their job properly, and it just goes all the way through.
Casey, how long have you been with JRMC?
So I've been with JRMC 3.5 years. I started out just being the plant manager. And then with turnover and things that changed, we got an opportunity to organize things. And I moved into a facilities manager role, where then put me over top of laundry and EVS along with facilities, so plant managing and safety and emergency management. So as you can see, I got a lot of hats to wear. But in all of those spots, I get supervisors, right? I've got probably the best team supervisor you could ever ask for, right? So Joey takes care of the plant side, really good for me. Shaylee does the EVS and laundry side. Couldn't ask for a better team that we put together. So really for my job, I get to oversee, but I don't have to be in the day-to-day every grind.
And so, I mean, what sets JRMC apart? I mean, I could go get a job in EVS at another clinic or another hospital. What's so special about JRMC for you?
So when I came on board 3.5 years ago, the one thing that stood out to me the most was the family and camaraderie, right? So if you want to call it the atmosphere, the culture, you can name it lots of different things, but when you feel like you're at home, right? So I had, when I first started out my career as an electrician, my mentor as an electrician was Floyd Curtis, and he really took me underneath his wing, and I felt like it was a home. That was probably one of the only jobs that I really got teary-eyed when I had to leave. I never found that until I came to JRMC again. So that is truly where I'll be until they walk me out, or until I get to the end of my working career, right?
So it's the people.
It's the people, it's the atmosphere, and that's why we come and enjoy coming to work every day. Is yes, we're doing the job, but we do it because we really enjoy the atmosphere and what we do here.
So I feel like I could do this. I want to apply for the job. What type of training do I need beforehand, or do you guys do a lot of the training on site?
So obviously we love past job experience, right? But we will train you. So depending on what your capabilities are, it usually takes a week to train most people. We always are willing to train as long as it needs to take. I think the longest we've ever had to train somebody is 2 weeks, right? Before they're off and running pretty much on their own. And then obviously we do training in-house to make sure that you guys are getting better educated and advancing your career. We use a class called CHEST, which is the certified way how to clean a hospital properly. So we do some of that stuff too to help keep you educated and further your career.
How many positions? I mean, we went over a few different ones today. How many positions are you hiring right now?
So right now we have about 3 open positions between our laundry techs, and then we have 2 EVS tech full-time positions that are open. We have a couple other casuals or part-times, and what that means is just that you're not full-time. If you want to work 16 hours every 2 weeks or whatever, we really try to work with people's schedule the best we can. We have our preferred shifts, like our preferred shifts are from 7 in the morning till 3:30 and then 2:30 in the afternoon to 11. But obviously we still work with people's shifts. So we have some people that are going to college and we work around their college schedule. We have other people that are, home with their kids during the day. So they come in, at later, 5 and then start from there. It just depends on what works and if we can make it work for us too, right?
Awesome. So how would I apply for the job?
So you can go on our website and you can find that. Also, we also use Indeed and our website are the main 2 ways to apply. And obviously, if you're having troubles, you can always call the hospital and ask for me and I'll help you get there.
And you guys have some accolades, right? It's not just Casey sitting here saying this is an awesome place to work.
So JRMC, that's one of the cool things that stand out to. JRMC has been nationally recognized multiple times for the best place to work, some of the best rural hospitals in the country. It's got a list of awards that it's received and it continues to receive year in and year out to show just how great of a place it is to work, how great it is for our patients, and truly what our staff bring to the table and how much their passion can be recognized even on a national level.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thanks again for showing me around.
All right, thank you.